Yo, hello there YouTube, I hope life is treating you very well. Good evening and welcome to a chill out Friday night art stream where we're going to do some art, not for too long, and then hopefully wrap up Neon and then possibly play some games. It's going to be a short one just to make sure I'm also full of energy to stream over the next couple days for the weekend. It is Friday the 21st of August. Hope you are having a lovely start. But we are running a bit late today because we always start earlier on Twitch to chill out, watch YouTube videos, etc. We've been watching the PlayStation States of Play. As ever, it's just me talking on YouTube if that's how you prefer your audio. But if you'd like to listen to the music that we're listening to, join us live on Twitch or Kick, links in the description. Thank you as ever for joining me. Let's crack back on with some work that we've almost done. Hey Snowforest. I hear anime betrayal. Yeah, what's good, guys? Just gonna hop into the art category. And then open some reference folders. Yo, hey Scarlet King, how you doing, man? Good evening, welcome on in. Man, this song slaps. Is this Final Fantasy 16? It must be. Okay, let's just open this reference image. And then I've got another one of Neon just in her alternative outfit. So that's so weird. Here we go. All right, sweet. Oh, are we not, I don't think I've put anything in a folder. But I don't even think I've organised the last piece of artwork. Let's line stuff up differently. Yo, hey Eli, welcome back. Glad to be here. I'll soon sub on Twitch. Oh, Scarlet King, warmest wishes. Scarlet King, if you're ever going to sub, I'd suggest either before the end of this month or next month. At the end of this month, I'm giving away a drawing tablet to one of my subs at random on the 30th. However, next month, I'm doing another tablet giveaway and some other promotions to try to get more Twitch subscribers to hit some minimum targets to basically get paid better by Twitch. So I'll be doing loads of like self-promo. Not right now, it's just chill, but next month I will be promoting myself very hard. Alright, which one of these is the new and which one of these is the old? This is the backup. This is the main. Okay, I'm just going to once again split up the screen really quickly. Sort out the format. I think I've misaligned this thing after. rise all these different shapes. Sorry, I have to basically make the canvases really big so that you can't see the grey edges on one of my OBS setups. That's what I'm mumbling about. Don't worry, it's not important. Mumble, mumble. Alright, sweet. Now, where do we get up to? Hair. We rendered through. We've done a first render pass on all of Neon standing up. So I just need to do a pass on the hair. And I'm just going to employ the same technique I did last time, which I don't super love. But, I think it sort of works for this kind of rendering process, so I'm not going to knock it either. Firstly, though, we need to kind of go back and change some of the shading on here. Also, I'm going to actually close one of my windows really quickly. It's actually a little bit cool for the first time this summer. Genuinely getting some organically cool breeze coming through my room. Never thought it was going to happen ever again. Your lady needs to buy some bigger skirts. Yeah, she's still, even though I became more generous around her thighs, she's still wearing her original outfit. She didn't have time to, well, you know, look, funding. Funding is everything. Lauren, did you have your pizza? I had my, sandwich. My Sammy. Hello, thank you for the follow. Yo, how's life on YouTube? Hey, General Halfling. Arnzudus. Yo, how you doing, guys? I love you, Mikey. I'm following your old tutorials. Arnzudus, I love you too. Thank you very much, dude. Cheers, bro. Alright. So, what I sort of did was use this soft blending brush and basically work through areas of lows and highs. Now this hair's topping on the outside, so I'm just gonna create some similar shapes up here in this zone. And we'll go through and render section by section. Oh, okay. Doing this is running really slowly in Photoshop. I might have to reset this computer. We'll see. That did not respond as smoothly as I expected. I had my pizza. It was vegetably and meatily. A good balance. Oh, yeah. Such a modest life. Hey, Slowburn. Happy weekend, dude. How you doing? A simple man with simple needs. Are we putting more clothes on girls again? Yeah. Clothes are what you give women when you don't know anatomy. However, my, I don't think my tablet is doing its job. To be fair, I'm not super in love with this brush. Wait a minute. Oh, God, Jesus, okay. Sorry, everyone, I've just discovered the problem. Look at my brush shape. Look at it! Do you see this shape? This is the shape of a watercolor brush. I don't want that. When I use a watercolor brush in Photoshop, it crashes my computer and makes me lose all my email history. Now, look how similar this is to this. There we go. That's the brush I should have been using. I should have told the difference immediately. Can't you see it's miles different? Alright, forget about restarting my PC. I was just using a brush that, like, destroys my RAM. We try that again, but happier. These pious young ladies, darlings of society, I'm sure. No, yes, of course, darling. True paradigms of feminine virtue. I'm stealing that! Got the epic soundtrack. Yeah, it's at the moment I tend to either put on something that's electronic and aggressive, something really low energy and sleepy from my, like, moody playlist. That's still got pressure sensitivity turned on, even though I told it not to. Or we rock some of those, like, slightly newer Final Fantasy soundtracks. Because I'm not super familiar with all the new stuff. Some of these really surprise me with how much they slap. This is obviously 7 Remake or 7 Rebirth, but... Anyway, warmest wishes. Excuse me if I try to get stuck in. I'd love to finish this tonight. And this particular hair method is not one I usually use. I find it a little time consuming. But we've just watched a whole load of trailers. Usual fare. Many of them are meh. There's probably 4 I'm really interested in. And at least 2 of them have given me ideas for doing fan art. So pretty good. Once again, me promoting Filmgram. But now it's time to do some ladies, and if we can get this done, we will play another one of our games, which I've got game keys for. Game keys? Put a tiny bit more contrast in there. But basically, this is, as far as I can tell, I think this is sort of the best way I can find to... Oh my god, my sandwich is coming up. This is the best way I can find to emulate the style. Is use that soft blend brush and then just chunk, instead of like doing the hair and then coming back and doing highlight layers, go chunks up the hair, highlight area by highlight area. Make sure you keep a little bit of that contrast in. Too soft is for softies. I'm a firm man. Everywhere except for my squishy body. My body. So squishy. Okay, that's a little better. And we go up here. then we're going to make this one a little stronger up here. Kugalandia. Yeah, what's good, dude? Hello, everyone. I'm trying to sketch someone. I'm trying to sketch. Can someone help me? Good afternoon. And this drawing is amazing. Oh, thank you. Where help are you after, dude? I like how sharp it is. We're just going to soften it off as it goes to the back. Soften it off like Gorbachev. I don't know if her proportions or pose is correct. Proportions are relatively okay. You can count that off. Do you know, like, your head height measurements and stuff? As for the pose, reference is my gut response. Especially even if it's something really mundane, like a character using a microwave or just bending over to put on a sock. Even if it's not the angle that you want, if you've got a pose in mind, Google reference images of somebody doing it. Strong recommend. Will pick up on all the little nuances and any sort of wrong assumptions. It will help with, like, your weight and your flow. That's my gut random answer. But you might know what you're doing. Oh shit. Better start recording. Best gifts for women. You're welcome, Mike. Clothes are what you give women when you don't know anatomy. Mm-hmm. I'm very generous. I'm very generous. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Slowburn Studio. Slowburn, what you up to, dude? Are you working tonight? You chilling out? What's in front of you? It's either a canvas or it's a glass of wine, if I had to guess. Best wing woman. Everyone's going to think you only give orgasms for gifts. You're going to attract a certain type here. Probably not. You're going to attract a certain type here. Slowburn, please don't. I've had a feedback conversation with my moderators about that. I'm working hard at creating a safer, more casual environment where anyone feels they can come and talk about art. And I'm trying to be the kind of guy who's happy to see people and slightly less the kind of guy who's horny to see people. I've had feedback. Moving on. By the way, I like the way I talk and I like the way I interact, but I'm trying to be open to change, even though I was perfectly happy beforehand. Anyway, thank you, Slowburn. Slowburn, are you going to be my Slowburn? Are you going to be my bro when we go out to the clubs or try to talk to ladies online? I'll wing for you, Slow. I'm an excellent wingman because I'm also really good at fucking off at the right moment. Ah, so I can't make it to the after party. I'm so sorry. At your house. But I was in the taxi journey all the way back to keep the conversation going. To keep the flow going. I just don't come through the door. See you later. Have a good one. Bye. Man, I need to play Cyberpunk again. Man, I'm looking forward to that Cyberpunk anime. CD Projekt Red. I can't fucking believe they released a new DLC for The Witcher. That's so fucking mad. Hell yeah. I had to take a call. Oh my god, waste of breath I am. I'm actually going to start using that line, so tears. Yeah, no worries, dude. No, I was... Do you want to know something? I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's just say, Slowburn, you've hit on a topic there about the kind of environment I create within my stream. And I need to make sure that everyone feels welcome. And I remember to keep more things to the DMs. And less just casually in the conversations. Warmest wishes to everybody. I hope you're having a lovely start to your weekend. Happy Friday, one and all. Happy Friday, y'all. Anyway, Slowburn, will you wingman for me? If we go out to the club, or, I don't know, where do people go these days? Chat rooms. I'll wing for you, Slow. Yo, Cade Runners, what is good, dudes? Oh, cheers for the streak. Nice nipples. And Kogalandis. I see a ton of references regarding poses and proportion. But there's always that feeling of not knowing if you're going in the right direction. An artist's self-esteem is complicated. You're right, and if you're anything like me, it's fragile as fuck. Constantly hate myself and self-loathing. I don't know if you're working in digital or on paper, but one of the things I've noticed that's made my work better is that I have not necessarily improved, but I have instead started looking for mistakes. So I don't draw faces any better than I used to, but now I know that later in the process I need to go back and maybe make the eyes a bit smaller and move the features a little bit and a little bit up and a little bit down just to double check I can't make it better.
This guy's got the right idea.
So it's cure instead of prevention, but taking on an attitude not just of, oh, I need to get better at doing this or get better at doing that, but having an attitude of simply, when I've done this part of the process, I need to look for errors and not be okay with them, not just be like, oh, it's good enough, and address it then. So without it necessarily being a negative attitude, taking the negative approach, look for problems and fix them instead of just get better at doing it the first time round, I've found has been a bit of a jump in what I sort of tend to produce. You get less areas in your artwork where after you make the art, you keep looking at it and thinking, oh, I kind of wish I'd done that bit a bit better. If you just really get strict and just be like, okay, well, I need to actually do that now before I publish it. If I had a nickel for every time Mikey forgot to record, dude. Babe, absolutely. Hell yeah, sister. I can't even get into clubs in London without a date. Really? Single ladies? I would have thought they would have gone right in. I thought you'd be skipped the queue. Next time I'm in the UK, I'll lick you up. Yeah, man, let's just go get drunk. Miss Donnie, how you doing? Do you have a tutorial up? On what topic? Critique your own work as you go. Yeah. I mean, it's easier said than done, right? But I find taking a pause and a moment to do so, it's massive. Also, I like to have reference pictures. No, it's easy for me. I've literally got the NIKKE character I'm looking at here. I've drawn her different, but, you know, all the art decisions are made for me. I'm just really here rendering and doing it with different poses. But I find that even if it's got nothing to do with the work you're doing, have a reference for a pose, maybe have a reference for your color scheme. Have a reference, literally, that's just a really high quality piece of artwork done to an excellent standard. And that becomes like your standard reference where you're just like, okay, it's got nothing to do with what I'm drawing, but like, have I put in that same level of detail or finish? Do I feel about this as lovely as I feel about that? I find that also helps you push a little bit. But again, little pushes, little changes add up to a lot over time. I hate the idea that maybe if I took everything I'd learned and told it to somebody new at art, they wouldn't have to go through the years and years of self-discovery that I have. And they would just nail it within like half a year, within 6 months. They'll be doing what I do and then they'll just be better. And I'd be like, oh man, but you never went through the years and years of hating yourself. No, thanks. Your tips actually worked. If you'd listened to your own advice, you'd also be doing better work. I'd just be like, oh, fuck it. Fucking hate you guys. Ooh, that is not crisp enough. That is no Crispin Glover. Let's put it that way. A little better. Yo, what's good, Juanfe? I like to step away from the screen for about 5 minutes, then come back and take another look. We become blind to mistakes. Dude, Yeah, the two big horses of the wonky face apocalypse. Rotate or flip your canvas, and also don't publish your art on the same day you've finished it. Finish your art, go to bed. Any advice that involves going to bed is good advice. Then look at it the next morning and you will see about just a cheeky 10 minutes worth of work, but you will suddenly see all the little things that you'd forgotten and missed. Then it's finished. Well, technically, the artwork is never finished until you hate yourself for overworking it. But, in a more traditional sense. The art is only done once I hate myself. Follow me for more feel-good tips. Oh, cheers for the follow. Cheers for actually following. Yo, best wishes. Do we play horror games here? General Halfling, we do. We were playing one just last night by a free-man dev team. 3 Russians. That's basically like a cross between The Thing and Resident Evil, but, you know, much more of a smaller indie game. At least that's how they would like you to describe it. I don't know if I'd say it was that good. But yeah, no, we play horrors. Mate, we play all sorts. However, at the moment, I've got a lot of drawing to do. But we might play some games tonight. I've got a key to a puzzle game where you have to, I think, solve a murder in a director's house by splicing together film footage or something. In the Expanse series, the sci-fi book series about flying through space, the way they solve the idea of having fast ships, not faster than life, faster than life itself, not faster than light, but ships that can move great distances without needing huge payloads of fuel. They make up a new form of propulsion system to kind of get around that. And it's called the Epstein Drive. These books were written in the early 2000s. And they talk about the wonders of the Epstein Drive. And how they were so grateful that after Epstein flew off into space, he left all of his notes on his computer. so that everybody could use it. And you read that book today and you're just like, oh! Humanity was grateful for the Epstein hard drive. Oh! Oh! And 10 minutes turns into 4 hours. Bill, what are you talking about? Bill, 10 cheeky minutes with your boy Mikey Mega Mega in the cupboard. It feels like 4 hours. You want 10 minutes of heaven? Anyway, what are you talking about? What's 10 minutes? My duty is at my own discretion. Yo, okay, Master, how you doing, dude? Nice to see you. Oh, of work, yeah. Okay, well, look, I milk it a little bit. I drag out work because I'm not a fast guy. I very often talk about different techniques to try to be quicker. We very often paint in slightly different techniques to do simpler stuff that feels more sketchy, that trends better on social media, and only takes a couple days instead of a week. But I am at my happiest. The problem is like, I need to actually communicate ideas more efficiently so I can get more pieces of work done every week and not have them stored in my head where it causes mental lag. But when it comes to my actual working process, I am at my happiest when I sit here and I work really slowly and I just chill and I zone out. I can do it fast, but you know, I'm not a young man. I also like it slow. Nothing wrong with lying down sideways. Anyway, moving on. Maybe I noticed more wrong stuff with my stuff. No, I after a night's sleep and looking at my work again, there's so much. It's usually just stuff I have missed doing. Steps that just didn't leap out at me that I knew I had to do, but I'd forgotten. Usually in the if there's a piece of work where I put loads of time and effort in, usually when I find that I'm in the final 30 to 20% of the work, I usually write a notepad list so I don't forget, where I'm just like, put the glow on the eyes, change the pattern on the handbag, fix the line art and the tips of the hair, add another color layer to this, make sure that I just check that. Like, I have to, otherwise, like, I will forget one of those things. And then I'll post it online and people will go, oh yeah, that's really nice, Mikey. And I'll be like, no, you don't understand, it's not.
Just tea, thank you.
Oh no, Mikey, I think it's great. Well, I think what you think isn't worth shit then, because I can see the mistakes. And it's just like, wow, Mikey, are you in an okay place emotionally? And it's just like, no, I draw for a living. Sorry, that might be a bit specific. Yo, Maku, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, guys. Mikey, have you played Chaos Zero Nightmare? They have very beautiful waifus. No. Yoraki Master, were you chilling out with us when we were watching some of those game trailers a little bit earlier today? I don't know if you've just come in, bro. We've been checking out some rather interesting stuff. I wrote down a few of them, but that's not on my list. More waifus. Yes. Even more. Keep talking. Yo, welcome on in. How you doing, dude? Mikey, I'm going to clip your entire stream at this point. Bedroom advice. Oh, shit. I'm full of wisdom, Slowburn. I'm like a Buddha for the truly lost. If it involves going to bed is good advice. Look at it the next morning. Just look at it the next morning! Oh, fuck. That's so slow. That is a very unkind edit. I don't want the same level on the inside of her hair. We're mostly going to put that into shadow, but I also don't want it to pop too much either. So I'm going to let it maybe sort of soft blend so that the fringe still pokes out. So let's just go really big and rub it really lightly. Do not clip that. Man, this track is so good. Us is, us, 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 it is, us, 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 it is, us, 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 it is, us. Okay, I think that actually completes the the first blending pass on all the other layers. I think that's literally the end of it. I'm just going to really quickly pop back here. I don't like this too much. Okay, so now we're going to do the multiply pass, which is going to be very feather touch, I think. But we're still going to do it layer by layer, and then we'll also start to just put some details in those earrings and things. A lot of the bits that are going to change are going to happen when we start doing highlights. Just seeing if the values match against the OG image. And as far as the shadows on the legs are concerned, I'm actually going to... Oh, we might just do a hint of multiply. Let's see. We'll work our way up. You're welcome. Hey. Yes, thank you. I swear you will draw the right crowd with me as your social media manager. Mikey Mega Mega served 6 months in a British penitentiary. Oh my god, dude, I literally learnt about that last night. I had a load of clips. It was literally just me being like, oh no, seriously guys, I promise it works. Check this out. Every clip I had was just me talking about it. But yeah, no, yeah, fuck. What a wonderful insight, Slow Burn, that all of your live streams and all of your content is being watched and listened and live scanned now by AI technology. When Twitch changed their little contract and were like, maybe we scan you for training? All they were doing was making it official. They've been doing that for about 5 or 6 months, I'd reckon, already. Now that we've got what we need as a bare minimum, we'll ask people if it's okay. And if they opt out, it's fine, because we already have it. So basically, I recognized they were doing this. Now, one sec. This is going to seem crazy, but I'm going to go to this screen. And we're going to wait a few seconds. I'm not fucking kidding. I know it might sound like I'm one of those paranoid silver tinfoil boys. The government is watching us. Alright. Now I'm going to say it. The reason I recognized that this was happening is because about 5 months ago, right in the middle of a completely random stream, I just had an image up where there was just a slight outline of nipple. Like literally it was just boob in a dress, but the boob had a bit of a bump on the tip, which is TOS. And so literally it came up for a fraction of a second. I was just like, oh, that's a bit of a nipple TOS, whatever. I basically mentioned, oh, it's a bit, you know, not allowed on Twitch or something like that. Turned back on a layer that just covered it up with some stars. That night I got an email. This is just a warning. Your account's not in trouble. However, you have done something that violates some of our content and nudity laws, blah, 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 blah. In this example, it appears to have been done by accident and you rectified it quickly. So that's why it's just a warning and not a temporary ban. And I was like, fuck me dead. How did they manage to catch that? It's because they were AI scanning the transcript of the live stream. And so it was just looking for all of these keywords where streamers are naughty so that they can, so that the system just flags it for somebody to pop into the stream and have a look. I was like, you motherfuckers are AI scanning us right now. And that was months ago. So then they updated the terms like, you know, a week ago. And we're like, maybe we scan? It's like, bitch. Anyway, so that's why we are currently in my just chatting setup for another 30 seconds. Whilst I work. Okay, I'm making this multiply layer a hot red to hopefully breathe in life. And I'm working super lightly, like all I'm doing is just trying to push a little bit darker darks and hint at the curve of surfaces and stuff like that. And you will see what I'm talking about in just a moment. That should be enough. Great, another opt-out. Hell yeah, Bill. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Now, there's going to be other colours in here, but
hello there.
We're just going to start warming up for the moment. Also, thank you for the follow. Warmest wishes. They didn't used to delete our VODs either, did they? I mean, my VODs are... Yeah, my VODs are set so... Oh. Look, I don't want to... I moan about this platform a lot, Slowburn, so I'm trying to be a better man and create a positive space. But yeah, like, we used to have our VODs live saved, and anybody who was on this platform could watch your stream and then scrub back 5 minutes if they missed something, or they just wanted to see something from earlier. And then they removed that feature so that they could add it back in 2 years later as a bonus feature for your subscribers. Oh, we've grandfathered out this feature, and then we're going to wait about 18 months, and then we're going to say it's a brand new thing. except now you have to pay for it. By the way, you can't afford a PC anymore because of all that RAM. Well, don't worry. Why don't we sell back to you the very thing we stole? Instead of owning something, why don't you rent it from us on our big server farms? Oh, wonderful. Thank you. You've literally become the landlords of internet technology. Yes, we have. Anyway, I don't want to say anything that's going to get me in trouble, but I've said this before and I've said it again. This is not a joke. I believe we should blow up Parliament. I think we should set off a bomb. This is admissible in a court of law. I am not joking. Are we in a court of law right now? Look over. Am I in the defense desk? Can you see my lawyer? Does my lawyer have his head in his hands? Because he knows that this is 100% a real threat. But I mean, despite what they're saying right now in court. If you are on the jury, I mean this. Enjoy the stochastic terrorism charges. Oh, Slowburn, can you do me a favor? Can you type !" disclaimer? The fuck is that stupid command? It's a wonderful command, how dare you? There we go, there we go. That should legally cover me. There's a disclaimer there. Covered. All covered like old Mother Hubbard. You can't get me. I'm trying to like really make this multiply pass a pretty light touch. So just be nice and chill. I'm almost, although we've actually, the different stages I've done here are very set things. Now that I've done that render pass, everything else I sort of want to treat like really gentle watercolor passes. Just push back the back bits a little bit more and then pull forward the highlight bits a tiny bit more. Kind of really stop there. Make sure there's some other colors that I can add in. Just vibe. Have a little vibe, draw some legs. I hope you guys at home are having a lovely beginning of your weekend. Happy Friday. Maybe you're working on your own creative projects, chilling out, playing some games, putting some vegetables on pizza to convince yourself you're a better person than you really are. Yeah, whatever works. Warmest, chill out vibe wishes.
Just tea, thank you.
Oh, cheers, Bill. I'm on mobile with delayed audio. I was trying to... Oh my god, bless you for watching me on your phone. Yo, hey, thank you. Hello. Hey, Siri. Delete browsing history. No, 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 sorry. Sorry. I forget I have an Apple phone now. That's less funny than it used to be. Is this the song to the beginning of Resident Evil 8 when they're reading the book? Right, new layer. Multiply. There's your porn stash. That's where you got to put it on a hard drive. You should know better than this. Have I taught you nothing? For too long I have waited for revenge. Deep in the jungles, my research continues. I have discovered content no man has seen before. But I suspect there are others who seek my research. I must go into hiding. It's a tiny bit less red. Still warm. That's what the RAM shortage is actually about. Bepaganist and Heavenstart. Hi guys, sorry. I missed you in chat. How you guys doing? Happy Friday, guys. For once, it is actually cool outside. I'm actually getting cool air coming in, which is great because I just paid all that money for a new microphone so that it wouldn't pick up my aircon. And we've now come to the end of our heat wave. So, money down a drain, that one. But lovely to see you guys. Legolas! Elohim! Elohim, Legolas! Is this the best you have got? No father should live so long to bury his child. Perhaps Mikey would remember his old strength, with a boob in his hand. Dark have been my streams of late. Sire, all I have ever sought to do is moderate your stream. No, there has been enough killing. Told me of this streamer. His cloth was poor. There were holes worn in his armpits. Yet he had a fine tablet. A Huion of some sort. Two snakes, one consuming the other. So Gandalf thinks he has discovered the line of live streamers. But that was broken long ago. Now, with enough subscribers, we could do a tablet giveaway to change the very face of Middle-earth. But there are no such subscribers, sir. You know, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, rah, 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 rah. Single tear. Did you not see all of those orcs, Grime Tongue, when you came in? Like... Like, how is this a surprise, man? They're really loud. Sorry, I'm solo monologuing. Try to keep up. Hey, Jaeger, how you doing? RAM shortage is about porn stashes. Sorry, I forgot Mikey has a goldfish memory sometimes. That was my RAM-based rant indeed. It wasn't about the landlordification of computer technology so that they can rent back to us what they stole from us. No. I am a man with a single quest. Have you seen the Book of Eli? With Denzel. Where he's in the far future after an apocalypse, but he's remembered the entire Bible. And it's his duty to go and have it recorded. So he lies down and he recites the whole Bible word for word so that it can once again be recorded for humanity. I'm like that, but for X-Hamster. If there's truly an apocalypse, I will be like, my sacred duty. The time has come. I must rebuild the archives for all humanity. I'm so sore. Day 80, I've run out of lube again. I'm so sore. But my work must continue for the good of mankind. Also, thank you for the follow. Oh man, do you watch many films? What do you like to do, Swyburn? Who are you as a person? No need to be thorough. Like, what's your vibe when you're not arting and painting? You out and about? Mikey can only remember the Kama Sutra, and he must re-illustrate it from all mankind. All mankind. Wow, I don't remember the Kama Sutra being so specifically based around the bits of anatomy Mikey remembers. Oh, he's produced another page. What is it, darling? It's another mating press. Again? Yes. All 84 pages of the sacred ancient text, the Kama Sutra, except 80 of them are all mating presses. Oh my god. Was this how it was back then? Before the boom boom? Before the big flashing lights in the sky? That took away the technology. Yes, it must be. He's remembered it all. My god, 80 divine pages returned to us. 50 of them involve Rob Schneider. Why, I don't know. I might put on some slightly more upbeat music than the really sad part from Final Fantasy 16. One sec. Well, I guess I'm done being a second-class citizen on the YouTube chat. Your favourite gremlin, welcome on over. Now, I'm so sorry to say this, but that is kind of what happens. People on YouTube start to realise that... I keep forgetting to check. And eventually they come over to Twitch, and then I'm immediately like, hi. Yo, I'm so sorry, but welcome on over. Is there a specific art piece you would say you are most proud of? That is actually an excellent question. Allow me to answer that right now. So... I'm going to answer a different question, one I prefer. No. Still, I'm going to answer, but it's a bit parallel, which is art pieces that might not be my most proud, my most modern piece. But every now and then, sometimes you do artwork where you know what you want to do, but as you're doing it, your own habits or your own limitations as an illustrator start to guide it in a way where you're happy to see how you get this finished. But it may not always meet concretely the idea you had in the very beginning. That might be a subtle difference, or it might be a large difference. And there's a couple pieces where I experimented, and it worked, and it came out how I intended. And I'll show you. So one of them might seem pretty obvious because it's very anime. But it was exactly what I wanted from the start. There was no exploration. It was like, I've got a clear idea of what I want to draw. And I just, like, made sure I didn't take any shortcuts, except for one area, which I won't talk about. But, like, all the gizmos and stuff in her hair, I was like, no, I better really lock this down. But, I don't know about anybody else who's creative. Like, sometimes you have, like, a vision, and sometimes it's, like... You know the colours, you know the themes, you know the feeling, but the details might not come. And for me, when I was doing this, so this is Eve from Stellar Blade, but dressed up as a Fremen from Dune. And I was like, from the outset, I was like, I want her in like a Fremen suit, in a still suit, and I want like hot red sand that fades out into the sky, and like I want like a cloak to sort of surround her so that I get like really good contrast all over it. And so I sat there and I sketched it, and I sketched a shit sketch, and I moved everything around in the sketch until it started to take shape. And I just did the most traditional method. Sketch, finer sketch, line art, color flats, blah, blah, blah. And I wanted like just a really like graphic kind of like, you know, Eve anime girl kind of look. And so the only times I've fucked around with the texture is when I was doing like this gold Fedekine plate that Chani has and stuff like that. And I wanted to like sort of, you know, design a still suit so it had more like bells and whistles and seal pumps that weren't actually like tight against her body. And I wanted to like redesign the Chris knife as well, so it was still a tooth, but it was like some kind of edgy sort of vibe. So this isn't like a particular standout piece, but it's one where it was it ended up being exactly what I wanted it to be before I started. And so many of these illustrations, like a lot of people really like this really old Christmas one, and I had like a vision for Santa, and I knew I wanted Santa, his robe kind of framing unevenly, and the character underneath would be like somehow in shadow in his arms. But like all the bit with Danny, I sort of like, you know, we just drew it as it drew. But all the bit with Santa at the top, I was like, I want it to look exactly like this. This was inspired because really randomly, I think Max Grech 5 or 6 years ago did like a really hench daddy Santa, and I was like, I want to draw a Santa like that one day. And the other one that I was also really proud of is a Dark Souls fan art of Artorias. And again, this is because ages ago I drew this, and it's like, I want to draw a Dark Souls Artorias and I want armor and stuff, and my theme was I wanted really bright slick anime skin, like drawn like anime girls, against the really darker gothic tones. And so this is as close as I got, and this is not it. All my metals look like bright silver plastics and all that sort of stuff, but that was the best I could do at the time. So I was like, I always wanted to come back to this, and I was like, no, I want it like, I still want the anime skin to pop and contrast against like a really kind of gothic-y feeling. And so eventually we got to this where I kept it an anime feel, but like all the textures are different. And it's because I did loads of experimenting with a different brush in Krita. I sketched it with a different method that had different lights and darks. And then I started from really dark canvas, and then instead of like what I often do is I draw stuff and then I throw down multiply layers, just like with Neon right now. She's really flat and I'm adding darker darks in layers, whereas with this I started dark and I just used loads of lighten and screen layers really subtly, layer after layer over time, to pull stuff forward so that it sits as a predominantly dark piece, even though I've got all this kind of bright skin. Like the actual value on a lot of this is quite low to make it pop. And then again, like as long as you've got the key points of it being Artorias, you get to like play around with a few of the details and make them your own. So those are pieces where like this was like a satisfying closure thing, because this never met my vision. And then like years later, I was just like, oh no, this is it. This is what I was trying to draw from the outset. So those are the ones I'm proudest of. They're not necessarily my most popular pieces. My most popular piece is on Twitter. It is Delicious in Dungeon fan art. But I find as an illustrator, you do one for social media and then you do one for yourself. You do one for social media, and you don't make your social media post your most proud fan art. And when you make your personal artwork, you don't worry about if it's going to do well on socials, because you know those are two completely different universes. So those are the pieces that I tend to be personally most proud of, because I'm like, oh, that was an example where I focused and my skills met my need. Does not always happen with a drawing. But my actual most popular one is easily I don't know what letter it begins with. I'm so sorry. Is it D? Is it F for fallen? Oh, maybe it's not even here. My most popular one doesn't exist. It's that good. It's transcended the material plane. It's like a feeling now. It's the dream on a wisp of a memory. It's the moment beyond an endless horizon. Where the fuck is it? No, I don't have... No, it doesn't exist. Literally, it's not here. It's on my other computer. I'm so sorry. So fucking weird. I'm having a brain fart. No, it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. I'll show you in it. I'll drag it from the other PC. Sorry, guys. I'm giving you the long answer, but it's been a while since I had to think about that, and it's a very handsome question from somebody who's come all the way over from YouTube to make sure I see it. Right, I've got a shared folder. One sec. Oh shit, no way. It's literally, I've never put it in this folder. I just never filed this one away correctly. Do not worry, it's on my Twitter somewhere. I'll just drag it off of there. Oh, there it is. Breakup suck, Mikey. Hi. AJ Booty, have you just been through a breakup? I'm so sorry, bruv. That sucks. Yo, come hang out with us. We'll be your emotional support crew. Just don't trauma dump. She took my dog. Oh, fuck. One sec. If it's not in the archives, then it doesn't exist. What say you, little children? What say you? Younglings who are not being given any clear direction on set and are just waving around little lightsabers and little helmets like that's a good idea. What if it means it's been deleted from the archive? From the wisdom of babies they are. I'm searching for a great warrior. Was not big one great? Sorry, I'm scrolling through my Twitter. Oh, it looks like I've done a lot of reposting. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of scrolling. Shit. Oh, here we go, here we go. Alright, let me just save image as. I'm going to put it in my big boy shared folder. Wonderful. Sorry to get so yeah, my most popular piece, without a doubt, is Farlin from Delicious and Dungeon. Nope, no. Come on now, let's just act normally. And so this is one of those ones where it's like, I'm doing this more for social media than I am doing it for myself. But I took great pride in doing very accurate-ish renditions of the characters without like trying to make it my own style. I was trying to emulate, other than the main character, as hard as possible. So like just for background, just making this background with like the perspective, and then going around and like there's so many different texture layers I painted into these bricks to build them up, and all these little just edge highlights and all that sort of stuff to try to make it convincingly look like a pre-painted cell shaded anime background with cell shaded anime characters on top. And this is another one where I had a sketch idea from ages ago. It's just in like a dumpster folder somewhere, and it was literally just Farlin from the back, like her kind of looking up over her shoulder, but like the rest of it being that giant cockatrice. And I was like, I want that, but I do not have the skill to do that right now. So it was like a year later that I probably, yeah, about 8-9 months later, I actually then was like, I think now I know what I need to do to execute it. So like the actual work is simple. The background is the thing that took the longest, just to make it congruent to the anime. But with the actual Farlin herself, I wanted to like reshape the face and give it more curve and just draw basically a bit of a bum just as a fucking joke. But this ended up getting like, I don't know, like over 100,000 likes or something. It got 2 million views online, so I was just like, oh sweet. Now, here we go, 100,000 likes, 2.3 million views on Twitter. Now, let me tell you what my actual, real, most popular piece of art was, because I hate this story. My most popular piece of art... Is he still talking about himself? Yeah, welcome to my stream. My most popular piece of art was a very, very old Naruto fan art that was stolen and uploaded by, and I shit you not, a younger brother of a Bollywood film star. So she then posted it on her Instagram. You know, she's got like 40 million followers. She posted it on her Instagram saying her brother made it. Brother drew this. Oh, Naruto, if you know, you know. Can't believe my brother drew this. It's obviously like her younger brother's just like ripped off my work and then tried to like be like, I did that. So it had like millions of views, or mostly from like India and Bollywood film media enthusiasts. It had 700,000 likes. And I was like, fuck! Great! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I don't think I'm her brother, but that's definitely my art. Anyway, China... Sean the other day, how you doing, by the way? Biblically accurate. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Just come in here with me real quick whilst I look. He's edging us. He'll be under your bed next time. Oh, I think it's at the other side of my bed. Could you just reach all the way over there? Yeah, thank you so much. For spinning, that's a good try. So come on, Kaita. Came for the chat. Stay for the waifus. God bless you, Mr. Mega Mega. Mecha Brozilla. God bless you right back, you big man. Warmest wishes. Happy holidays, guys. Well, happy Friday. The holiday of the week. That social media boy be yapping. Who's that guy in the comments complaining? Can't let anyone be happy. Just literally somebody was like, yo, this is super random, but I think I've seen your art on like a Bollywood film star's social media. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just like, oh yeah, the most popular thing I've ever done. Arson, yo, get on that lurk, get your stuff done, get your weekend done, but thanks for hanging out. I'd screenshot and frame it. Oh, I screenshotted it. Absolutely. All right, what are my reference pictures? Sorry, I've been talking about video games and random things. Anyway, handsome question, well asked. Did you say it was your art in the end? Oh, in the end, I got it. Well, I screenshotted it, and then I got it taken down. I was like, fuck this. I literally just submitted a copyright complaint. It's got the post removed. That was so long ago that I remember telling that story to Dave Greco. That's how long ago it was. We're going to take a break and play a quiz at some point if we're going to keep drawing, or we're going to move over to games. But I think a little quiz break would be fun. We might do another like movie soundtracks quiz or something like that, just to keep sharp, just to keep our weeb side going. Slowburn, when are you next streaming if you're still there? When are you next live stream? When can we hang out at yours? Mikey, thank you so much. It's an inspiration to listen about your projects. Oh, thank you, Stitch. Warmest wishes. Yeah, I've done plenty of drawings where, like, I'm happy with the drawings, for sure. But, like, you know, at some point, the process of drawing it has led the design or just led the finish. And there's plenty of drawings where I just mess around with the layer tools until I find something awesome, which is great. But the few where I'm just like, I have a vision, I have a dream, and that dream actually becomes a concrete thing other people can look at. It no longer exists in my head, it's actually tangible. It's like, oh fuck, I did it, I communicated an idea. Fuck. That feels really nice. Mm. All right, let's do the bag next. There's not really too much I want to push back on this bag. Pretty dynamic already, very much in the darks. The shadows. You just got to tell people you were big in Bollywood many years ago. One of my close friends from school, her little sister, who is so hot, ended up being a dancer, and she was basically became part of this dance troupe that was like, basically like basically in India. So basically, like, if you ever had like a Bollywood movie that had like loads of white girls dancing in it for any particular scene, that would very often be my mate's sister. She retired like ages ago. I think she has a kid now actually, but like, so cool. She was killing it. Mikey, what happened to all the artists like Dave Greco, Max Grec? I don't see him. Well, basically they realised that this platform wasn't really going anywhere and did not support the art category at all. And they just decided to have more successful careers and make more money. And I was too stupid to do that. Because I'm so lazy. Dave Greco went from being... because he went solo for a bit, freelance, and then basically he ended up being like lead art for a part of Blizzard, like literally one of his dream jobs. Max Grek, he was always busy. He was always working like some days in a studio, I think, for a game or something, and also doing his own private work. We've still got Sims, Slow Burn, Tofu. Apparently James Hansen Art is still around. John Moore hasn't died. There's a few old schoolers still. Kleiner. Syötzi even still streams every now and then, although I think it's super rare. But no, there's not many of the old guard left, I'm afraid. It's all VTubers now. Each and every one. I'm afraid the art category is more VTuber than man now. But Mikey, aren't there wonderful VTubers that you respect? Yeah, but don't worry about that. It's funnier to complain. I was going through the art category, and I counted it once. And I counted the top 120 channels in the category of art. And 11 of those 120 were real human beings on camera doing artwork. And every single other one was a VTuber. I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm not racist. Oh. My kids grow up around here. I don't know if I want that sort of environment. What? You son of a bitch. You read the comment between both of mine. Oh, sorry. Imagine if I asked that question, he just buggered off. Yeah, I love leaving. Not gonna lie, I like the squirrel girl. Oh, thank you very much. That was adorable question. Did you say it was your art in the end? I answered that question. Mikey, do you view time as before Dave Greco and after Dave Greco? That is a fair question. So, I mean this platonically. I don't want to scare him. But, like, I think a tiny bit man-crushed on Dave Greco back in the day. Literally, is just a very cool, friendly guy at the top of his professional field, sharing his brushbacks and having a really cool community vibe. I do not measure time before and after Dave Greco, but I do mention when we talk about the missing art streamers from back in the day, I do talk about Dave Greco quite a bit. Yo, hey Emmy, welcome back in. How you doing? Oh, Carson, I'm taking your advice. I think I'm going to try streaming at some point. Oh shit, dude! Get on it. Remember, my advice is this. If you are curious about streaming, I have one simple rule. A really bad, rough around the edges, scuffed live stream where you don't know what you're doing is 100 times better than no live stream. Start and do it. Your audio quality is more important than your video quality. But learn as you go. Decide what you like and find it. Start streaming now before you start spending money on big equipment. And it will help you understand if you actually want to commit. Because some stuff can be pricey. That microphone that I just bought, which I don't have the cables for, that's hundreds of pounds. Oh, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, this is Cyberpunk, correct. Every time we talk about Cyberpunk, every time I see somebody else play Cyberpunk, every time I hear a Cyberpunk soundtrack, I am genuinely just like, fuck, I would bloody love to start a new game in Cyberpunk. I really want to do that right now. And I'm just like, no, I'm behind on art. I'm behind on art. I've got to get the work done. But I would really be up for playing some Cyberpunk. That is a universe I will go back to. Again. And then that patch they did, where they basically patched in almost everything that people were patching in on their own time. Rolling gun battles, car to car. Actually just what do you call it when you boot cars, hijack them, when you're a car thief? Like just actual car theft, breaking up sales with different types of crimes, new areas. More history with Johnny Silverhand about his corpo years and stuff. Hey, that game is so good. Insane how bad it was at launch. To think it's so good now. To think. Now. Gained what we so sorely missed. 40, how you doing, dude? Welcome. Yeah, I've not completed the DLC. I played it a little bit in my second playthrough of the game. But I was like, oh my god, what have they done to the skill tree? Jesus. And they take away my grenades! They've taken up my child! They took away the ability to spam craft hundreds of grenades from garbage and then simply throw hundreds of grenades during every battle. They patched that out, and I'm 100% going to look for a mod that puts it back in. Because I was, my first playthrough, I was doing evil corpo roleplay. I just read Snow Crash and Neuromancer, and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm going to be an evil guy who does loads of hacking builds, and I'm always going to pick like the evil dialogue option and stuff. So we started playing, and I was exactly that, and then I felt really bad. I felt really guilty after about like 12 hours, and I was like, okay guys, we're still doing hacking, but I think we're going to have to be a bit nicer to everybody, because I don't like who I've become. But next time I play it, I'm definitely going to mod it so there's flying cars. Mod it so that there's even cooler skins. I think the weather is already fine. There's all these different texture packs and weather packs to make it feel more like Blade Runner 2047. But they're a bit hit and miss. But I want to like mod it so that they have those really cool Sandevistians where you borderline stop time. And some of the other, like, really cool, just, like, funny hacks and stuff. But other than that, the base game now is so solid. It's got pretty much everything I want. Is it tough to read? I've got my contacts in. I'll take them out for a book. I use my glasses. I need to make a fresh cup of tea. You have a hyper quadcast. Are you talking about your microphone? Get an SM58. Gorty, I just got the Shure SM7 one. That really good, like, directional one. So, that, like, it picks up your voice here and then doesn't pick up your voice, like, 2 feet away. This microphone I got specifically because it picks up loads of audio all over the place. But then if I go near it, it sounds really rich. Yo, hello there, guys. Good evening. If I'm near my microphone, it's smooth and rich and personal. And it's just you and me, rendering hotties all night long. Ooh. But the Shure podcast one is basically quite good if you've got an air conditioning unit in the background, because it's so directional focused, it won't pick up your aircon, which is why I paid all that money, which is why now the heat wave is finished and I no longer need my aircon, because that's just fate. So I've spent all the money on something I no longer require. But I'm hoping it'll be really good to improve my audio quality for making film recaps and audiobook readings. Did you like it? Did you like it near? Oh yeah. Oh, Night Geffen. Yo, hello. Welcome. Well, I think so. We finally had some rain. And knowing my luck, it will probably never be hot again. Because I've paid for a product. I like to have my brushes set so that I work with a pretty light touch. But we're really working nice and subtly on this. Get these little changes in. We are listening to Darkest Before the Dawn, the Imperial Territory of Rosaria. Darkest Before the Dawn from the Final Fantasy XVI soundtrack. I might put some socks on. Truly, summer is dying and autumn has nearly begun. I have spoken of socks on a live stream. I have not done that in some time. A landmark moment. Oft do I stop streaming to get socks, but rarely of late. Rarely have my fathers of old required socks of late. Stand off, I feel so sad. So the wall, whose feet become so chilly. Added. Nice one. Autism is here. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Do you ever draw any sexy men? I've done one Daddy Santa in the last 8 years. I will start drawing sexy men the moment I get bored of sexy women. Mm-hmm. There's not much I can think to do about this layer, but I will just make a few bits darker. Hey all, Mewtwo, hello there, thank you for the follow. And also Choxy14, hey sorry if I missed anybody. Good evening. I'm just trying to sort of, not lock in, but I'm just trying to like focus on a really subtle balance of extra shadows, extra darker darks, before we pull the lighter lights, just so that she's consistent all the way up and down. But I hope you guys are getting your own creative projects done, or chilling out and playing video games. Just having fun in life in general. Warmest wishes, a lot of you. Every weekend. There is an unclipped layer right here. What is this? Where are you? Oh, are you with the line art? How strange. Right, let's go back up to the skin layer up here. And there was that multiply red I was putting in. Just a bit of heat. Come back to that and see where we can place it. Right, any multiply up now on the face first to be much warmer tones. Oh, don't know really what to do. So we're gonna get dumbed down into a darker, right? So let's go peach. Mm. I'm drawing fundamentals. I want to get good. Yo, crack on. Fundamentals will serve you well. I've been following the old tutorials. Kiteser, you're an absolute lad, though. You're a bit of a boy, Kiteser. I want a gender-bent Mikey, says Lovely. Damn. Cloud Sugar, any books you recommend or practices to start learning this type of drawing? Yes, Cloud Sugar. Type in Mikey Mega Mega drawing books. What I tend to recommend is a artist's anatomy book that focuses on real humans, and then take that to learning and start to draw it in an anime way. So it's Michael Hampton does a book called Figure Drawing, Design and Invention, and it approaches anatomy from a very artistic perspective. Figure Drawing, Design and Invention by Michael Hampton. It's quite solid. Then if you want a pure anatomical like reference for musculature and stuff, Anatomy for 3D Sculptors or Anatomy for 3D Artists is quite solid. If a little bit... No, it's not really there to be imaginative. But Michael Hampton stuff will also talk about like good stuff like gesture and things. That Michael Hampton book is great. Hell yeah. Proko, he's got an excellent series of anatomy works on YouTube. Good shout. I hate Bluetooth so much. So do I. I've never had a Bluetooth device that I have not been frustrated with. Thanks for reminding me. Wonderful story. Thank you. Wonderful. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Someone's followed me out of pity. They too have had a lot of trouble with Bluetooth devices, and they were like, yo, I can relate to this guy. I'm going to give him a follow. Goddamn pencil. Hell yeah. Boo Bluetooth. More like boo Bluetooth, huh? Because boo. Boo hiss. Yeah. What's up, Spirit? How you doing? Want someone to... No. Come on now. We're all here to get our artwork done today. Hey, Captain Lost. Good evening, guys. Warmest wishes. We are just vibing, getting through the last bits of rendering on our ladies so that we can hopefully finish them tonight. I need to put on some socks and make a fresh cup of tea. We are doing our multiply pass now, where we just push a few things a bit darker. And then if we finish early enough, we might just fit in a tiny bit of gaming. Maybe that submarine game again. A bit more dredge. However, it means I've got to keep the pace up. So let me pause the recording right now, and I will see you guys after a quick stretch and a fresh cup of tea in a few minutes. Thank you for hanging out. Guys, has anybody got Twitch Prime? It comes with Amazon Prime. It's a free way to sub. If you do, I'm doing a drawing tablet giveaway to one of my subs at random on the 30th. Consider it. Alright, see ya. Right, guys, just looking for some socks. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I just said loads of shit. I was talking about the wonderful colours of my creme caramel compared to my purple environment and how conscious I was of wonderful art tones. I was saying hi to my bro Darko on Kick. I was saying hello to Cloud Sugar, Zykotu, Xavier. Zykotu, gracias para el amigo. Bienvenido desde England. I was talking to you guys in chat. Muted the whole time. Mikey, if you're going to indulge in that filth on screen, what's wrong with a creme caramel? You're always so negative, Spirit. You're always boo-hooing and saying weird things. You need to learn to read the room a bit more. If you're the only person acting up, maybe don't act up. Bad-mouthing my fucking delicious treats. Bad-mouthing creme caramel. I have no idea what this is made of. Is it like a thick congealed milk with caramel flavoring? I have no idea. I have no idea how they make this. I'm sure they are wonderful words. They were. You said welcome back, sock lad, or whatever, and I was like, yo, wouldn't you like to know, view girl? Or something. Oh, I said that, but I said a wittier version. You'll have to imagine it. See, Troxy understands. Troxy understands a creme caramel. He thinks it's delicious. Squishy saving her streak. I'm just repeating myself. Anyway, Darko, warmest wishes, dude. Happy weekend. Yeah, it's something that's congealed, right? Definitely with sugar. Oh man, that's so lovely. And I've got a fresh cup of tea. All the energy I need for the finishing run on Neon. You've got a milk chocolate caramel bar. Oh, nice. Ad break's still in progress. I'm just going to sit here and eat it for another minute. Cool. Thank you, Carson. Sorry, I've got nothing to add. I'm just gonna enjoy my treat. We're going to be too caramel to play the scary game. Well, I've still got a relatively room temperature sausage in the air fryer. I was thinking of cracking that into half a sandwich when I've done this. However, it's already coming up to 11 o'clock. I think after I finish this, we're literally just going to be out of time at this rate, sadly. But I will finish this. Possibly tomorrow. But let's go back to work and see how quickly we can do this. Everyone wants to play games, but I've got to run. I was procrastinating. Yeah, sort your errands out, man. You always got to get your business sorted first. We work so that we can play. In a world of words, reticence is subversive. Go back to writing. Don't you have some chapters to write? Little Brandon Sanders slut in chat over here. You're not him. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, welcome back, guys. We're just waiting for that ad break to disappear whilst I enjoyed a creme caramel. Let's go back to just, we are almost done. We're so close. We're in the final 20% of rendering and stuff. Except I also have to do this on the other character on the right. But we are so close to me going to bed that it's wonderful. But they're not out yet. They're not out yet. We put some warmer red tones into the skin. Actually, we need to, I'm gonna just lighten up those lips a little bit anyway. Let's just somewhat address this little contrasty area over here. I wonder if I wanna, maybe just try something experimental. Everyone close their eyes. Oh, hell no. Jesus. Want to make the multiply here a lot hotter. Yeah. Even into the hair. I'm going to take the heat out of the multiply layer now and just make it slightly bit cooler. Otherwise, these purple tones are going to push a little funny into saturation. So we're sort of evening them out. So for this one, I'm gonna just pick a few hard areas with a hard brush and just drop straight in. Like here. Throw that right back. Oh, Jesus. Ah, the recording! Thank you very much for reminding me twice. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fuck! Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me when I stream. I really appreciate you sometimes. Oh, well, now I've got no lights in my room, so I'm just lit purely by my tablet, but thank you. Okay, I'm leaving now. Carlson, have a really good evening, whatever you do. Thanks for the reminder twice. I needed it. By the way, you're disco combobulated. How you doing, man? Hi, I want to get back into art. Any advice? Yes, dude. Number one, love to hear it. Number two, it's gonna suck. You're gonna remember doing good stuff, and you're only gonna do a little bit of shit stuff to start off with. So just know that and do it and be happy. Any drawing that you do right now that's really rusty and old to try to get back into drawing is 100,000 times better than 0 drawings you're doing right now talking to me. So get back in that flow, man. Get back in that system. Always draw the stuff that motivates you to draw. Oh, I really love booby anime girls. I'm going to draw lots of pin-up anime girls. Oh, I really love like tanks and jet engines. We'll draw like cool like mechanical parts and tanks and shit. I really love landscapes. We'll draw landscapes. But I want to draw them better. Don't worry about it. Just draw them. Because the better is the hard study. Take a moment to learn a little bit of color theory, just for basics. Take a moment to learn some basic anatomy. A little bit about composition. A little bit about gesture. A little bit about light and shadow. Just a few tricks here and there. Don't worry about learning it all at once. But draw what you like to draw. Then study something. Learn a new trick. Draw what you draw again, but now you're trying some of these new tricks to improve just some little thing. Learn, draw, learn, draw, learn, draw. Draw, learn, draw. Spoon, jar, jar, spoon. Yeah, da, 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 da. I always love to hear it if somebody's a bit hungry to get back into art. Hell yeah, brother. I might have to do something about this line art down there. It's a little bit funny, isn't it? Oh yeah, Batman. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, Batman! Batman! Hey, Batman, come over here, get in my lap. Hell yeah, Batman. Hell yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Thank you. Oh, mate, crack on, crack on. Pencil and paper, dirt cheap. Tablet light is the only medicine you need. The medicine. It's been a while since we did a stream where I took the medicine, which is just code for I put on some googly eyes on my glasses and talk weird. All my troubles went away ever since I started taking the medicine. Yeah, it's been a while. So many gimmicks, such little time. Do you know of the medicine? Oh, it's wonderful. With the medicine, you won't even feel a thing. Da, da, da. Oh shit. Soft erasing on the wrong layer there. Mm-hmm. The OO Nightmare, good evening, how you doing? Welcome. Hey, Infinities. Almost wishes, guys. Hello, hello. F it off. Hey, is there any other area that needs a darker push pass? Not the thing on her head, because it's already black. I think we are going to move on to bring the highlights forward a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Oh my god, no, I need to do the multi-story. I keep forgetting there's literally 2 pictures. Oh god. I need to do the multiply pass on this one. Oh lord, please don't make me. I don't want to work hard anymore. I want to go to bed. What if we come back to this tomorrow? Just a little bit. We'll do the highlight pass on standing neon. We will look for an opportunity to just put a few colors in shadows and things like that. We will put the highlights and stuff on this silver accoutrements. We'll do the texture for these clear glasses. We'll add in her gorgeous eyes. And then you will have my permission to die. But also, we'll do the same on bend over neon as well. But slightly thick neon's coming along a treat. Unfortunately, this method is visually satisfying, but incredibly time consuming for someone like me who's not very experienced at it. Yo, Nia, how you doing, dude? Who's this? This is a character from NIKKE called Neon. She's normally dressed as a sailor, but we've already drawn her like that. So I'm drawing her now in her alternative outfit. Except I've made her face a bit cuter and I'm being very generous below the waist compared to her original model. Bedtime is for closers. Fuck. Let's play Dredge tomorrow. I've got a really cool indie game. In fact, I've got 3 really cool indie games I got given codes for. We are going to play them over this weekend. But that's tomorrow, I think. Thank you very much for hanging out and vibing. But it's 11 o'clock, and I said I was going to do a short stream today so that I had the energy and gumption to make sure I'm here across the weekend. Do not forget I'm doing a subscriber tablet giveaway. But yo, let's have a nice early chill tonight. And then tomorrow it's going to be art and games all day long. And then Sunday it's going to be art and games all day long. Click repeat until we get our artwork done and our games done. So you guys are amazing. Sorry, Naru, but I'm going to take you, I'm going to hold your wonderful hand, and I'm going to dump you into somebody else's stream. By the way, Infinity's Limit, it's mostly been Final Fantasy music, but some of it does have a Ghost in the Shell energy. I've not seen the latest Ghost in the Shell anime, though. Maxi DR, you're awesome. No, you're awesome, coming into my stream and saying lovely stuff like that. Cheers, bro. Oh, Cloud found a video. Darko, I was kind of busy. Did you start drawing this maybe 3 days ago? Yeah, I've spent way more hours on this than I should be doing for any other piece right now, whilst I'm actually supposed to be doing art catch-up. But the problem is I quite like the render challenge of trying to render to a certain standard and finish. So I'm happy to do it. But all the other pieces of art that we need to get done, I need to be like doing them in like 2 days, cracking it out. But I'm happy to do those and then come back to this and render this a bit more and go back and come back here and sink a bit more time in. It's nice having a nice little finished stand-up character. However, the Finnish belong in Finland and I belong in Dreamland. So let's save a flat. And let's see who's on the internet. Twitch specifically. Guys, if you've been hanging out on YouTube or Kick, much love, as ever. We always start earlier and finish later on Twitch, so feel free to hop across if you want to still chill. Otherwise, I will see you hopefully tomorrow for art, followed by some really fun indie games or a horror, for some Saturday shenaniganery. And yeah, don't forget the tablet giveaway. Alright guys, see ya, bye! Bye 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 bye!